All right, welcome in Scorpios to October. We are finally full into the fall in the Northern Hemisphere, and in the Southern, I think you're now in spring, moving into summer, but yeah, welcome in. So for the monthly themes and reflections for the month of October, the sun is in Libra. So, and then we have Scorpios coming in, Scorpio season coming in at the end of October. So for any of you Scorpios who have October birthdays, happy birthday for you. But yeah, the themes and reflections are balance, relationships, and equality this month. So Libra really, just as it says, is really about the scales of balance and the and relationships. So those are going to be spotlights for you. So really taking a look at the health, the temperature of your relationships. How do you feel? Where can you grow? Where can you expand? What would you like more of? What do you need to change? And really looking at again, like the scales of balance. Where can you be more open to receive? Where can you be more open to give? Really taking a look at your needs, your personal needs when it comes to relationships. Are you getting your needs met? Are the people around you getting their needs met? Is there, again, an imbalance there? So that's something to focus on for you all. Just a couple housekeeping items. If you are curious about a personal reading with me, if you're interested, take a look at my website. The link is below in the description. You can schedule one there. And then, we're let's see, 3 months out to the holidays. We have Black Friday shopping, the end of November, which is in 2 months. So just wanted to put a plug in for my Etsy shop. I have handmade stone jewelry. I have some, different price points. I have really good quality stones out there, AAA graded, as well as just, again, great stones, maybe a little bit more affordable. They're all energy cleansed, rejuvenated, charged. I also do Reiki on them. So they are great metaphysical tools to help support you in whatever you need, whether it's protection, more help harmonizing or balancing emotions. If you're dealing with some anger or grief right now, loss, there's stones that can help you, things to help you just with growth, abundance, all sorts of good stuff out there. So take a look out there at those stones. All right, let's get started, Scorpios, for you for the month of October. So we have the Skull of Darkness, Blind Spots, Ghost, Regret, so I felt immediately, obviously the blind spots I felt were more geared towards you, Scorpio. Where are the blind spots that maybe you're not seeing something? I think a lot of it also has to do within yourself. What are some self-reflect or self-observance or awareness of the self, maybe of where you're missing something? It could be in a situation or relationship as well, but there's definitely some regret here. I think you're not seeing something. And Scorpios, we have Jupiter joining the party, so October is looking like you're going to have some luck. So positive there. I'd be interested. I'm not right now picking up if the regret is on your end or if it's on someone else's, but I do think you are not seeing something in regards to a connection here. And maybe it's because this person is actually, maybe they're trying to show their true intention and you don't trust them or believe them. But I do feel like there's some regret here around something that happened or how it unfolded. All right, so we have Enchanted, Light, and Wish. I love this. So I am feeling October is an enchanted month for you. There's light energy here. I think things are looking up. And also there's a wish that I feel like is going to come true for you this month, something you've really wanted. And I think it's an enchanted time. So take advantage of the energy. It's interesting because these three cards seem a lot different from these three. These seem a little bit more, you know, pointing out, giving some guidance, maybe pointing out, like I said, a blind spot here. But let's dive into the tarot and get some more information to see what this is all about. So we have the Page of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. Page of Wands, and then the Empress here. And I'm going to pull this, Four of Wands. So definitely something ended. I kind of feel like something wasn't progressing enough for you, or something wasn't really moving forward. There wasn't much, like, yeah, it's just like things were just slow. And you kind of, I have this energy of feeling like you're just waiting around. And I don't feel like it was you. I feel like it was somebody else or another party. But this has ended now. So this is probably what's tied to this regret and the blind spots. The blind spot could be that you really maybe missed something here. But I feel like the regret is more, I think there's regret actually on both parties here. Maybe there's regret on you that it maybe took so long for you to end this. Maybe you felt like you wasted time. I feel like there's also regret from the other person as well about how this went down. And, you know, there's this page energy around this as well. So I feel like maybe there's kind of immature energy from this person. They didn't really take the you know, the bull by the horns type of thing and really try to change things when they had the opportunities here. But I feel like there's something around communication or conversation here that maybe someone actually says they have regrets, or there's something around, you know, communication of this finally being over. But I feel like the ending of this is a big signifier that's opening up the energy for, there's something new that needed to shift, to open up for you. And I do feel like this is helping to open a new energy of passion and inspiration for you with the Page of Wands. I feel like you're more excited to do things in this energy. It's almost like it opened up to a new energetic environment for you. And I feel like you're really feeling this new, this youthful new energy coming in, that maybe things were a bit heavy. But this Empress here, I feel like, you know, when this Empress shows up, especially after an Ace of Pentacles, I feel like you're birthing some new reality. And it really is tied to your personal life. And I think like you're finally, your wish, something around personal, this could be a relationship, like living situation, a house, you know, your foundation, your base here. There's some wish being fulfilled here that's coming. And I feel like you're finding a new sense of power as well with this new energy coming forward. Five of Swords, Queen of Swords, Ace of Wands. Yeah, you're really harnessing this Queen of Swords energy. So, you know, Scorpios, water signs, so that's the cups energy, but I feel like you're really like learning how to use your sword. I feel like you're like really getting clarity. I think you're being really sharp about decisions you're making, about the direction you're going, and you're kind of cutting out any crap. You're definitely cutting out low-hanging fruit in your life, things that just have not been working for a long time. And I feel like the passion, I talked about that earlier, it's like you go from the page to the ace. This is like a new, new beginning of like really being fueled by passion. Like there's a lot of passion and energy around this new beginning. I feel like you're, again, feeling really inspired to take more action than you have in the past. So we have the moon, the 8 of Wands. Yeah, things are moving forward finally. You go from the Knight of Pentacles to the 8 of Wands. So this is a lot more movement, a lot faster movement, more progress. Page of Pentacles. So you have 3 pages. So there's a lot of new energy. Like you're kind of almost like in new territory that feels like you're getting your footing, you're getting your bearings, you're learning new things. Maybe you're, you know, trying to try new things. You're cautiously moving forward. So that's cautiously moving forward is better than just like being in fear and not moving forward. This 5 of Swords and the moon, there's a little bit of underhandedness here. Someone could try to manipulate the situation and get back, kind of shift again, maybe the ending of this. Like someone's trying to manipulate their way back in, or someone's not being forthcoming. I feel like they're holding a lot back here. I think there's a lot still in the dark with the moon energy here. The Queen of Wands, there's more of that passionate energy, the Hanged Man and the Fool. So I like this progression here. I feel like between the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands, like any stagnancy or anything where you felt stuck or not knowing how to move forward, I think you're unblocking this because you have the 8 of Wands and then also the Fool flanking this as well. So I think there's progression here. You're really cutting these ties that have binded you, that have kept you stuck. In some way, like there was a comfort level here and you didn't know how to get yourself out of it. But I think this is shifting in October. So I like this Fool energy, though. You're really starting this new beginning here, a passionate new beginning. What's the 5 of Swords and the moon about? Temperance. I think the guidance here around this, whatever this is just having some patience and just like tempering yourself, not getting triggered, not getting pulled into things, not letting your emotions get the best of you. Tower. Okay. Yeah, something's about to get blown up, and I feel like, again, it's this is almost like a pattern, this 5 of Swords, a pattern of control, a pattern of manipulation going on, of someone always trying to get their way. So that could be this relationship or connection you were in. It seemed like they were always, I definitely feel like manipulative energy there, but it was more rooted in that, like, they were just always trying to get their way. They were always trying to make sure they got what they wanted out of the situation. And you kind of always got the short end of the stick, meaning you didn't really get what you out of it. It's like they tried to make you believe like, okay, they were trying to give in to you or trying to like give in a little bit. But in the end, it was always like, hey, I didn't get what I wanted here. My needs aren't getting met again. But I feel like the Tower is more like Also with the moon, it could be that something finally comes out, like something that was hidden. This could be about deep feelings that were never really shared. But I feel like potentially this is coming out. And Temperance to me is just like, I think you just have to surrender to how this unfolds. I feel like there's a lot of divine protection and support right now through this Tower. And you kind of just have to allow, it's almost like it has to happen to almost blow up the foundation that was really unstable or imbalanced. And then the Temperance energy is coming in to help alchemize the situation. Because there definitely seemed to be some sort of imbalance here. Page of Cups. They might try and apologize. There might be like this apology or like... But I feel like that could be also be the manipulation, is like they try to apologize in their old way again. But I feel like the Tower's like, they're not going to allow the same, the energy's not going to allow the same pattern to happen again. So what's the Eight of Wands? Ooh, the Chariot. Yeah, things are going to move forward quickly. So that could mean the ending happens quickly and things just like you're moving on quick from this. Something might really shift the energy that makes things, again, happen very quickly here. But, you know, the Page of Pentacles too, it didn't hit me at first, but the Page of Pentacles can refer to like the lesson being learned. And I definitely feel like finally, if you feel like you've been stuck in this, like this lesson with this, a certain situation or pattern or person, I do feel like finally, like whatever you needed to get from the situation, you finally got it. So let's see, what's with the Ten of Swords, Knight of Pentacles? Ten of Pentacles. Two of Wands. There's definitely a decision made here. Seven of Wands. You're kind of standing up. You're like, you're not letting down. You're not letting this go. Like you're really standing up for yourself and what you want. Like you're not allowing this manipulation to kind of pull you back in again. I'm also getting this karmic situation is also tied to ancestral karmic patterns that you're ending as well. And it's almost like you've been in a long cycle that's been slow. I mean, this cycle of karmic pattern or karmic debt that you've been playing out has been a slow go. Like this is like, dude, when is this going to end? When am I finally going to make some progress? Because I feel like a real lack of progress. And you feel like, oh my gosh, this has been going on for so many years and I just still feel in the same place. But I feel like that's ending. So that's good. And then what's the Empress, Four of Wands? Like this is a positive shift here. The Hermit, the Eight of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's like your luck is changing. There's luck changing in regards to work. This is personal and work. So I do feel like there's going to be a shift in general in your life, if you felt stuck with work or money growth or also relationships. I do feel like all of this is shifting all of a sudden. The Hermit. There's definitely some new insight here. Like a spiritual, just like, I feel like the journey in the past, this to me is kind of saying like you've been on this hermit journey. Like it was a very like lonely journey. You felt like you were always kind of alone, constantly on this spiritual, quest. and you're like, when is it ever going to end? And I feel like finally, like there's reaching kind of this pinnacle of wisdom, but also karmic, kind of closing out a karmic cycle that's been a long time. And finally, there's some like, you've finally reached this point energetically where now you don't have to play out the same patterns, which I really like. What's with the work? The Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you're bringing in your own wealth. You've manifested and really, you're like manifesting things in the physical that are really setting your foundation really strong here. And it's through the work and effort you've put into something that's finally paying off. So Scorpios, this is a great time for you. I think you're finally closing out a chapter. And it really is going to, and I feel like you've been asking for this and not sure how to get out of this, but it's like the tower's coming in, and I feel like the tower's almost like welcomed. This isn't like a tower that just is shocking and you didn't expect it, and you're like, oh, I didn't want it to go that way, but I do feel like this is a tower that you are welcoming, that you've been praying for, that's going to really help you. And it's going to help move things along quicker than they have been for some time. So great month for you all. A wish is fulfilled. Things are going to, by the end of the month, I think there's going to be some great progress made. And you're going to start to finally see positive energy moving. All right, Scorpios, thanks for joining in. Have a great October. Don't forget to take a look at your other sign readings, whether it's your rising, moon, or Venus sign. If this isn't your sun sign, take a look at your sun, which most of the time people are going to look at their sun sign first. So just calling that out. But I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.